Hey, Captain Valen here. I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions on chapter 925. I actually took notes. I'm going to be a little more prepared. I'm trying to kind of get my style and approach more solidified so that I can begin editing and feeling what I do a little more and kind of make it a little more fun to watch because I'm pretty sure nobody likes looking at this mug. Womp womp. It's the face I was born with. Well, kind of. I've been in a lot of fights. I want to talk about Mihawk first. I want to talk about what he said about the idea they had at the Reverie, and I don't think it was. I don't think the idea they had was, oh look, we had this idea that the Revolutionary Army is going to attack the. No, I think the idea was given weight and credit by the attack, and that was the abolishment of the Seven Warlords, meaning he's going to go back to being a pirate. And as far as I remember, we never found out his bounty. We just know that it was frozen like all of the rest of them. So, to that effect, we don't know how wanted or how dangerous Mihawk's about to become, because if he's forced into action, we already know that he can show out. It doesn't matter. If he's got a job to do, he's got a job to do. I don't think he liked working for the world government, but he showed up when called and he did his job. So, yeah. Let's see. Also, I love the island. The Muggy Kingdom. I want to know more about what happened to the Muggy Kingdom. I don't know if it's ever been stated. I'll look into it. All right, and then we get Moria, the whole thing with him being alive. And remember, everything that's shown to us is a flashback. Because if Perona's talking or screaming to Mihawk about it being in the paper, that means everything already happened. All right, the attack on, that's what they're showing is the news article, right? Right. Now that also, this shit's I literally just made like I said in my video, a tweet about how much I liked Absalom, just because I thought he would, the invisible reporter, and that really might have been what he was. We might get confirmation of that because he was just snooping around. Whether he was snooping around for Moria or just snooping around in general, we haven't been able to find out. But we do know that, he was close with Moria and Moria was close with him. So, of course, he shows up. And I like the way it was handled. Fodder couldn't do anything, even though they were Blackbeard pirates. And then there's, the kind of big reveal. This is what I had spoiled, but I didn't believe. Right? It was too much. I keep hitting this. I just put the mic in a new place. Sorry. But it was too much all at once for me to think that the spoilers were real, and then they were, and it's like, fuck. Anyway, Shiryu brought Moria to a knee with one hit. Now, it was a sucker punch. Straight up blind, zero defense up. I'm talking to my friend over here who I know can be invisible. I'm glad he's safe. And then all of a sudden, I'm attacked by a visible person. He had no defenses up, and he's still, by all rights, Shiryu should have taken him out like he did everybody else, but he couldn't. So that at least gives some credit to zero base, no defense Moria taking at least a decent hit from Shiryu. I mean, that's not nothing. Also, him with the invisible thing, it's too much pushing towards Zoro. The Zoro fight, you know what I mean? It's he's obviously going to open his eye, and I want that to happen way sooner than Shiryu. I don't know. I want to see something better than that. It seems too easy to foreshadow, and I feel like if people are oh, I called it, you shouldn't be too proud of yourselves. Especially with some other stuff I'm about to talk about. But let's get back to that, and then we get back to chapter, the Act 2 of our play, and it's so dope. It starts off, and now I mentioned this in my live reaction, but the clank clank reminds me of the wooden things that they use kind of as musical instruments, clank clank. Oh, I know it's the water thing, but they imitate it with wooden sticks for plays. So, and then the fight, one-legged Inurashi is a match for a full-bodied Ashura Doji. So I am giving that match, if they were both at 100%, not Ashura Doji, to Inurashi. That's my dude. I love doggos. I'm biased. Uh, and let alone once they go Sulong, like, come on, son. All right. The blank. I'll talk about now, I guess, because it's you know what? No, I'll circle down to that at the bottom after I talk about king and queen. But okay, now I'm talking about Devon. Sorry, I kind of jump around a little bit. Bear with me. I like the Nine Tails thing. I know it's a little weird, but Naruto's over now, so like people can use that again. And I think it's going to be each tail has a different power. Like one tail's illusion, one tail has this, one tail has that, and it's going to make her incredibly versatile. But I also think she's going to fight Nami, and Nami is incredibly versatile, and she had a huge possible attack power up by getting the little thunderstorm dude from Big Mom. Now, whether or not Big Mom shows up to take that back, womp womp, we don't know. But I feel like that's kind of one of the things that like lets Big Mom know exactly where they are because, you know, her soul's in them. That's just a fact of the matter. Doesn't matter if she keeps them in this climate act with all the other stuff or not. Like, she knows where her soul is. At least that's my opinion. Let's see. And she is crazy with those corpse jokes at Mori. Like, that's on corpse. Like, you like corpses, don't you? We got your friend right here. And you can play with them all you want. Because you love corpses. That's some savage shit. Straight up savagery. Let's see. Talked about that. All right, now we're going to talk about King, Queen, and Jack. If you feel you need to pat yourself on the back for calling this, calm down. You didn't call anything. It was literally given to us in a video from Oda. So, pump the brakes. Two, I don't know what anybody else thought when they saw this, and I didn't know what I thought either. I had to look at it, kind of see, really put thought into it, but why did nobody go with Tengu? First off, like, just because he doesn't have the big nose doesn't mean that he doesn't still have wings. And part of me is like, what if there's like a yin yang kind of Tengu thing in Wano that we just don't know about? That would be dope as fuck, because one is, you know, one good, one bad, because the Tengu dude has the white wings and he's got black wings, and I really feel like there's a connection there. And I might be wrong, but I'm saying it out loud. You dig? Where else am I? Yeah, and that's where I feel like he's Tengu dude, and maybe that's some kind of like Tengu magic or something like that allows for the fire behind him. I honestly don't know. I don't even want to speculate. There's way too much ground for fire and speculation. You know, everybody wants to say Firebird first off because he has wings. I think that's like just jumping at the first thing. I think that's almost irresponsible theorizing or hypothesizing or what have you, because I don't know, I don't want to say it's lazy, because it's the easiest thing to go for. It's really what it is. I think I'm going with the Tengu idea and having some sort of thing to do with that. That's where I'm going to land on mine. Now maybe I'm stupid. I actually subscribe to that theory, but whatever. And now I want to talk about Queen and the Okama way. Obviously, this is the fight for Sanji. He's going to be triggered, flashbacked. Oh my God, they're going to get me, and he's going to do some shit. And this dude is going to, like, I hope some of the recipes come into play, because that's pretty much what he did. Yeah, he ran from a bunch of Okama, but he also learned all of their recipes that are supposed to, like, strengthen everything and boost and do all this other shit. I was disappointed in a lot of ways with Whole Cake Island, because that never came into play, and I felt like it was a wasted opportunity. But now that he's in Wano, I really want to see. I want to see him show out with a fight. This is his time to fight. Like, he had a whole arc dedicated to him, and he barely did shit. Let's combat wise, and so I would like to see him put on that raid suit and really show out. And I think if anybody's going to make him do it, it's going to be a Calamity. Do I think they're going to win? No. But do I think there's going to be an alliance, like, per Calamity? Yes, I do. Like, I think it's going to be Kid and Luffy versus Kaido, Zoro and somebody else versus King, Sanji, and someone else versus Queen. I don't think any one of them is a singular match for them. Maybe, I don't know, maybe Zoro, but it really depends on a thing. We have yet to see Zoro go all out, and his whole thing is cutting everything to pieces. So it's really hard to power scale that, and it just really comes down to like next level armament hockey, which we know he kind of already has. So it's like, how do we deal with that? I mean, aside from Buggy, Pirate King Buggy. But yeah, I really like that the Okama have high places in all ranking of like everything pretty much. Like in the Revolutionary Army, there's Morel, who does not look dissimilar from Queen. I would like to add here and now, and let alone Queen of the Blackbeard Pirates. We don't know from the other pirates, but we had the one dude from, I don't think he's an Okama, but the one dude from Wano on Blackbeard's crew that wore like a kimono and makeup and stuff like that. I don't want to say he was Okama, but he fits a couple of the bills there. So, yeah, that's what I think about that. And now I want to talk about the blank, which I think is a beautiful kind of expression for leaving people with nothing. The blank. Like, I hope that's actually what they keep it and they don't like give some different name later in exposition. But the blank is amazing because that's when everything is gone. Like, there's no hope. There's no anything. It's just Kaido gaining control, tearing everything to pieces, inciting his will and things like that, creating, or the samurai for that matter. So it's crazy to me. It really, really is. I really want all of this to kind of be explained, and I think the blank is a really beautiful, like, literary twist on the title, on the way the word is used. You know what I mean? Like, we use it to be like, oh, you blank you, or, you shove this up your blank, or, you know what I mean? We use it to take words away, not describe nothingness. And I think if that's what they're doing, that'll be pretty dope. What else is there? Otama being adorable, and her power is amazing. We got to see Chopper doing his doctor thing. I'm sorry. And Chopper's doing his doctoring. Yeah, I did that. They know and have such amazing faith in Luffy at this point that it's pretty great. But I still want to see what everybody else is doing. I think next chapter is going to be great. What I want for next chapter is to focus on the people we haven't seen yet. You know what I mean? Like Usopp, Robin, and Frankie. I really want more on them because I have a lot of faith in Usopp's ingenuity and Robin's intellect and Frankie's engineering. So the combination of that is actually incredibly dangerous. And if done properly, which they obviously have been doing, I guess I just really want to know how the toad oil fits into it. Really, is what it comes down to. Maybe Lord Odin just likes gimmicky shit. You know what I mean? Is something like that. I don't know. But yeah, that's been my kind of review and thoughts on the chapter and what happened. I really like the way this opened up. How it started with a flashback as with Perona leaving, so we don't know what's going to happen. Like, Perona could just be going into a trap. Like, they don't need other people to get powers. Like, you know what I mean? They don't need to keep Perona and Moria around if two or three other people need devil fruit. You know, the captains, like, oh, here, take this, you know what I mean? Oh, all right, sweet, super cool, now I can fly. You know what I mean? Like, that's great. I could have used this forever ago. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. And to close us out, I know I said I would talk about the blank at the end, but I want to talk about Blackbeard and just style that dude has in this. Like, he takes off the glasses and he's just like got the ladies. He's like super reminiscent of Whitebeard, like super reminiscent of Whitebeard. And I don't think it's an accident. I think it's a way of kind of Oda's way of showing the rise in power and creating that comparative intentionally. And it'd be fun if that was like a way of saying the soul of the user lives on through the fruit, like in some small way or something like that. Like, who knows? It would be, because like devil fruits are still a mystery. We don't know how he got 2, so we're gonna figure that out. Although I do have my theories on how he's able to get 2, and I think we've all heard all of them. But I'm still gonna give mine because I still have 6 more days to do video a day, and then I'm gonna take 2 days to relax and then get back to it. Actually, I don't think I will. I think the 2 days I'll take will be Christmas Eve and Christmas. Maybe. I don't know. I'm actually been having a lot of fun making videos, so I may just keep up doing the one a days and like get better with my editing. I have some stuff that I like, but I'm really self-conscious and I think it looks stupid, so I don't want to put it up. I have been fiddling with my editing. I know how to put in pictures and stuff now. I want to be better than I am before I start. I think everybody can understand that. And that's the end of that rant. I know it had nothing to do with that, but I just wanted to keep everybody updated on what I'm doing. So this is Captain Valen reminding everybody that life happens in every direction. So try and be compassionate and keep it 100. All right. Bye.